I've got another Scrawlrbox here today, so we're gonna open up, find out what's inside, and then make something with it. Oh, it's loaded! Let's see if I can open that gently. So first I see the Scrawlrbox sticker. It's not actually gold metallic, but it's got a texture that makes it look like a gold metallic. Oh, but here we go. We've got a gold and a silver metallic 1.5. Is it a brush or just a bullet nib? All right, it's got a little bullet nib on the gold and a bullet nib on the silver. Ooh, I got some on me. That looks pretty metallic. We have the menu with the list of the supplies. We have, is this a candy or an eraser? These days I never can tell. I think this is black licorice or something. So we'll maybe just forget that was here. All right, we have a pack of 6 fine art pencils. We've gotten them in these boxes before, but they're always different colors inside. So let's open it up and figure out what's in there. Okay, these are definitely metallic colors, so I'm sensing a very strong metallic theme in this box. We've got like a gold barrel that's also metallic, and then the colors, we have purple, pewter, rose gold, green, ice blue, and pink. Ooh, so heavy. We've got a Derwent copper ruler. This is a ruler made out of solid copper. I wonder if that means it'll turn green over time as it oxidizes. So maybe I need to reevaluate the color of this sticker. I think the sticker is copper. And the final thing in here, we have some black toned paper. This is A5. It's called the PaintOn Multi-Techniques Noir A5, 115 pound, and there are 18 sheets. Oh yeah, you can hear how thick those are. Like that, we have the featured artist illustration. These fun geometric checkboards. Through the myriad of small squares, the artworks display exactness and control, aspects associated with the concept of autonomy. Additionally, their repetitive and structured depiction across various surfaces establish a balanced relationship between the outside world and the artist's inner self. That makes my art feel so meaningless. All I do is draw cute girls. But there's the artist information if you'd like to go check out more of their work. Go ahead and move this out of the way. Do a little swatchy swatch. Now this paper is thick enough where we could probably swatch on one side and then draw on the other. Let's start with the pencils. I'm really nervous though. I don't know if you've ever seen any of my past drawings on black toned paper, especially with like metallic art supplies. They've not gone well. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to take a different approach than I have in the past because they've just not worked, and I don't think I've even gotten close to making it work. All right, there's the pencils. The pink, purple, ice blue, pewter, green, and rose gold. And then the other 2 art supplies in here were the pens. So we have a silver. Oh, wow. Look at that pop. And a gold. Now I think a mistake I could definitely fall into is trying to use all of the colors. I don't think that's going to be beneficial. And then the other thing we want to do is make sure we use our ruler. Now, I did mention earlier that I like drawing girls, or characters, I guess, more specifically. But they also included this ruler to create, you know, art a little bit more similar to our featured artist here. So I'm wondering if it was a way I can like incorporate people and also doing something kind of abstract. Obviously not as detailed as this because it will just be an element of the illustration. That's kind of where my brain is going right now. Let me try sketching like something with one of these metallic pencils. Do they erase? Let me grab the licorice. An eraser. I mean, to a certain extent. So let me go ahead and try and sketch a character just as a proof of concept for my idea. Basically, the idea would be to have something very sketchy because I love when you can see sketch lines in a drawing. So this seems like a perfect opportunity to kind of try and incorporate that into the theme. I'm gonna try and erase the face, see if I can add more detail on a second pass. It's a little bit better. Now, a problem I'm facing here is I have kind of trained myself to shade sections I want to push into the distance, but when you're drawing on toned paper like this with a pencil that is so light colored, it's going to have the opposite effect. The areas you don't fill in are going to seem further in the distance and darker because they are darker. So I'm going to have to try on some future attempts to not do that, you know? All right, now then the other thought was that I use the ruler for something in the background. Let's try a triangle, I feel like might work here. And then I guess we could go for like a checkerboard. Ooh, it's hard to make these squares all the same shape. Some are taller, some are fatter. All right, and then, I don't know, they colored every couple. Let's try something like that. All right, just speaking off the top of my head, I think what I learned from this, one, I do like the sketchy look with the metallic on the dark tone paper. Two, I want to be more conscious of where I'm filling in tones. Like this dress, like this top section makes kind of more sense than like here on the hair, unless I decide to color in the whole hair as a lighter tone. Because it's still like hard for my brain to grasp that when I shade, I'm actually creating a lighter tone. But I do love like the metallic, ooh la la. Not sure, I'd like to be able to do it with one color first. And if I can do it well with one color, then I know I should be able to do it with adding more colors at that point. When I pictured the idea though, it was actually more a little like this. Let me see. So basically I need the same thing, a sketch with a character, kind of the portrait area, maybe a little bit of shoulders. Oh, I just did it again. I shaded under that neck. It's just a habit, man. So what if we keep a lot of dark tones inside the character? So more like a silhouette. And then we use like, the ruler to create a shape. And then fill in this shape with the light tone. All right, so then that makes a silhouette kind of pop. We could probably go around the edges. But now I need to figure out how to go about doing the face without making it like super confusing, you know? Because like if you shade the eyelashes and then you're like, oh, but this is a light tone, so then you try to color in the eye, the whites of the eye, it's gonna get real confusing because you're using the light color to do two different things. Good question. Let me try and just do the eyelid, I guess. And like we need to also be able to see these areas, so it's gonna be a bit of an experimentation, I think, to get this right. And I wish, I mean, maybe if I had like a thin eraser, kind of like this one. It just pulls it out of my watering can over there. Can I erase around these edges to kind of create more contrast? Also can see, I don't think I tested these markers on top of the pencil. I don't think it loves being on the pencil. It was working, but now it's kind of like drying out. So either this is the worst marker ever created, or it doesn't like being on the pencil. Oh no! I'm gonna guess it was the pencil problem. All right, avoid that in the future. I'm still missing a lot of face detail that I want. One of the reasons of that is probably because I am drawing kind of small. But two is because, again, I haven't figured out how to go about shading the face, like where to put the tones. Because like one way, if you want to do like a lighter skin tone, would be to color in the skin tone with the pencil and then try to erase the darker features. But I don't think that's solving the problem that's going on inside my mind. So what I need to do is try and find a way that works without doing that. Let me try drawing a bit of a bigger face. And then maybe I can kind of pinpoint what I need to do in that area. Okay. Now what? Let me go ahead and lightly erase this, because I'll still be able to see it. And then from there, oh, I don't know if you could see it, but I could see it. And that's what matters. If I just, well, I don't know. If I just go, because this one I sketched the way I normally would. I don't think it turned out that poorly. Whereas this one I kind of tried to do things a little differently. And I don't like it all that much. But let me just try, kind of just sketch normally. But also kind of try to avoid filling in shadow with the metallic pencil. So like, I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm trying to like only include the elements that I have to. So like the eyebrows, I need to fill those in or you're not going to see them, right? But I do not need to fill in like underneath the chin, which, ooh, that's a struggle. Let's only use the lines we need and make sure there's a decent amount of pop. I'm thinking I want to go like real crazy with the eyelashes. Ooh, that looks kind of dumb actually. Ooh. Don't love it, don't love it, don't love it. I see people do that and it always looks nice, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, now for the nostrils. How do I go about that? Because I like to shade in the nostrils. So maybe let's just kind of focus on the nose shape instead of the nostrils. And then we could actually have almost a little highlight. I don't know if that's too confusing or not. Again, I think it just gets really confusing when you like color in the eyes but not the eye, the whites of the eye, and then you also use it for highlight. I think that's definitely where I'm going wrong. Like here also, I kind of tried to shade under there, under that lip. And that is not helping. But yeah, the eyes are where it's tricky. Ooh, it's the eyeballs. Because I feel like anything else you could probably get away with what I'm trying to do, except the eyes. Not quite capturing what I'm looking for here. There's supposed to be a braid in the hair. I don't know. Kind of want to color this in just for some tone difference. Gotta figure this out. I think my problem is I've tried looking up sort of resources to figure out how to draw on toned paper, like black toned paper, because that's much darker than just regular toned paper. And most people don't do faces. Like it's really hard to find a reference of a face. I have seen animals, but I don't remember how they went about. I think they just drew as if, you know, the paper was the dark color and then whatever they were drawing with was the light color. These are not my best earrings. That's kind of why I usually don't draw earrings. So let me just, well, no, because the eyelashes are highlighted. That won't work either. Like I was saying, I could erase the pupil and just color in the white of the eye, but the problem with that is that I've also colored in the eyelash with the light color. It's just tricky. The jumping back and forth between coloring light things and dark things with the same color, which is definitely the issue here. And you'd think I'd be able to just not do that, but apparently that's impossible for me. But we'll try again. Gold. Oh, it's called Heart of Gold. I'm gonna add a circle back here. I'm just gonna throw in a crown up here. Oh, I should have colored the earrings in with this gold color. I feel like that would have been a better use of it. Does that solve any of the problems? Can't say that it does. So I definitely think the next approach would be to just use the paper as our dark tone. It's gonna be so hard for me. Because it gets everything that I usually do. As you can see, I'm struggling a little. And if this idea doesn't work out of my head, I'm definitely gonna pull up a reference. This is my last attempt. All right, so first I gotta obviously sketch it with something that shows up on this paper. Sketch something, maybe fluid. I don't know if why I should be, I really shouldn't be worried about what it is I'm drawing, since it's more the concept that I'm struggling with. So basically this sketching process is gonna look pretty similar because I just wanna make sure that sketch turns out. But then when I start shading everything, I'm gonna probably have to erase a lot and then make sure I'm being conscious about my tones. Let's do a nice pulled back, floofy ponytail. All right, I'm gonna lightly erase everything. Goodbye. And from here, actually I kind of want to refine the sketch again. I'm not quite in love with it yet. Pull the face down a little. Then the ears will go up a little higher. Close the eyes off. I just use a simple shape for the hair. Okay, I like this a little better. Mostly because it's not done. The future seems more promising than reality ever is. Just go slowly. Kind of pinpoint what the unknown. I'm gonna try pulling the arms down, just for simplicity's sake, since I'm trying to kind of worry about other things right now. All right, nothing really special with this, but what we're trying to do is draw on toned paper, so that's definitely my biggest obstacle for this illustration. So now I need to lightly erase again, maybe not quite as lightly so that I don't mix this up with the old sketch. All right, so the plan would probably be try to color in the highlights of the face with the color rose gold, I guess. I guess I'm doing the whole drawing in gold and rose gold. Maybe that'd be a good place to contain myself. But probably the highlight on the tip of the nose, and then it's gonna be a little brighter on the bridge. I'm gonna try to blend this out with the black. I don't have like a black pencil. Maybe I could use my finger. Oh, this is gonna be hard. All right, so we're gonna have some, let's just do this lightly. We can do it together. Hold my hand. Just gotta start with a tone. Definitely start with the face. So that's what I'm worried about. All right. I'm gonna just like blend that with my finger. Let it blend with the lines underneath since we don't want those anymore. We want those to be the darker section anyway. How do you like my technique? Art teachers everywhere, screech. And then what I can do is probably take this like tiny little eraser and erase where there'd definitely be shadows. I've said this like 800 times already, but it's really a mental kerfuffle trying to shade the highlights. Okay. I'm hoping this is one of those illustrations that's gonna look really ugly before it starts looking drop dead amazing. Look, is getting very overworked. And it's not even done. I really do not like the face, but I'm gonna push through because hopefully I'm learning something from this. Now the other thing I can try, which feels like a last resort, but I could try using a brush pen, a black one, over where the areas I want it to be black. I feel like at this point I'm willing to risk it. Ooh, let's see what happens. That's not awful at all. Might have to go over it again if I end up shading the face more. But at this point I don't really want to. I don't know if it's the color, but the face is looking really lifeless. It might be the gold. Oh shoot, the brush pen's fading in. I can't really see it anymore. You can use it for kind of like fine points, but then it fades back into like the paper color, which is kind of interesting. I just need to lighten up the face a lot more. I feel defeated by black paper again. I don't know what to do. Let's just add some jewelry with this gold. Let's try to give her some clothes with this pen, because this pen seems to be my favorite part. Let's just go ahead and color it in. Oh, I could have done this checkerboard. That would have fit the theme though, wouldn't it? Oof, messed this up. I think my favorite is just seeing the contrast between like the shiny pen and then the black paper. Kind of tempted just to erase the face, but it was part of my journey here. That's it for now. Maybe I'll try one more. I've been doing some deep thinking. And I think if I had just used a less natural skin tone here, it wouldn't look as weird. But also, I'm kind of just determined to have something that looks good at the end of this. So let's try one more time here. I'm gonna not gravitate towards the rose gold. Let's just keep you far away from me. Force myself to use some more exciting colors. Maybe try to incorporate more of these like checkerboard patterns with our ruler. Okay, I'm liking that. Let's try a pink, purple, and gold color scheme here. So I can put these out of the way so that I'm not tempted. Screw up this drawing. All right, so I definitely want to go for, this is just too rendered for something I'm so inexperienced with. So what I want to try to do is definitely go with that sketchy technique because I love the way the pencils look all sketchy on the toned paper. I'm thinking if we just kind of go the same route here with the eyes closed, so we're not worrying about the whites of the eye, the faces might make more sense with what I've got. Okay, let's try this. I also kind of want to reference so that it looks good. Ooh, I love this. Save. Although I'm probably gonna have to like add a little bit to the top and bottom just to add a little bit of a flow line to it. And also I'm looking at it again, I think she's in the bathtub, which is awkward. So we'll ignore that. So just kind of go in, block out the shapes, try to get it to fit on our canvas or paper if you prefer. I'm gonna also like exaggerate some of the hair. And she has big swoopy tendrils, probably not the word for that. Okay, and then her eyes are kind of lined this way. Nose is about here, and those lips. Although I'm probably going to close her eyes, like I mentioned earlier. We could take some liberties here. I can't see any higher up in this picture, so I'm gonna add my own bow at the top, just to kind of fill the space there. Kind of my process for art is usually start simple, then add a little bit more detail to that, then a little bit more detail to that, and then a little more detail to that. Erasing if you need like more space for tones. That's what I do when it comes to sketching usually. You can't quite see her ear, but I might just draw it in anyway, because I like to draw ears. Ooh, that nose turned out so well. Thank you, reference. Yeah. Okay, let's work on this little swoop of hair. So far, everything's turning out well. I think avoiding the whites of the eye is helping for sure, because that was just so confusing, at least in my brain. I want to make sure I keep it sketchy, because that's what I really like about these over here. And then maybe once the sketch is done, I'll have a better idea of where I want to like separate the tones and what areas I might want to fill in. Because if I just kind of go with the flow and fill in some areas, I might end up overlapping, and that's not what I want either. I want to really put some thought and conscious effort into this. Like, am I going to color in the hair, or would I rather shade in the bow that I'm drawing? Which do I want to stick out more? Because I think whichever one I end up coloring in is going to be more prominent. And then also, do I still want to do the shapes in the background? Then I also have to be conscious of where I'm putting the tones. Okay. Oh, I completely avoided the body this whole time. See if I could do it as an afterthought. Well, like, I just added some random lines here, and it kind of looks like fabric, like a blanket or something coming off her shoulder. Give her a little clothes just to make me more comfortable. This is turning out so far, but I haven't really done anything crazy yet. I'm thinking I do want to color in the hair, just because I'll probably leave the skin black, pink hair, leave the scarf black, pink hair, pink hair, pink hair, skin, skin. See how the things are overlapping sections. So let's go ahead and color in the hair just lightly at first. Kind of see where I'll take it and go from there. See how that's already separating the face from this section, and then when I color in this area, it's going to separate that scarf and make everything a little bit more prominent, and all the features are visible. And shade some of the areas, kind of give some texture to the hair. Kind of like that. Does that look cool? Again, I want to kind of keep it sketchy though, so I'm gonna try and not over render it. This is where I'm starting to like push really hard. Kind of making the hair look a little candy-like with the stripes. Go ahead and fill like this section in light. Or I keep wanting to use the word darker to fill something in. And that doesn't really apply here. Kind of fun texture going on there. Now the face is kind of, I think, receding so far back that I'm not seeing it compared to the background. So that might be where like the gold pen is going to come in handy. We could even color in this with gold. I'm hoping it won't compete too much with how much I've filled in the hair, but we'll see. Thinking, oh wow, that looks cool when I like bend it around. Let me see if I can incorporate a little bit of purple anywhere. Just kind of give it a little bit of a whimsical gradient effect. Yeah, it looks a little bit fantasy vibe. Kind of concentrating a lot of it on the edges of things to almost like give the illusion of like lighting. It's kind of the way my brain is interpreting it. Do you think I want to color in the nose though with the pink a little? Let's kind of incorporate a little bit of my normal style to this, even if I can't really color it the way I would usually. I think it's time to try and incorporate the gold pen. Some checkerboards. Let's try it with pencil first. Kind of see where we're going with this. I like the trapezoids here. Try to make sure I'm not lining up with any other lines in the drawing, and that'll avoid tangents. Oh, we missed this line. I noticed each of them touch. Oh well, we'll turn this one into a triangle maybe. Mine are a little smaller. It's kind of interesting. What if I break it up and like have some checkerboard up there and then some down here instead of filling in the whole thing? Okay. That's kind of fun. A little different than I would usually do. Let's go in and color some of these boxes with the pink and then maybe the purple too. And then we obviously have to do something with the gold. I really like the geometric shapes that kind of break up and then join again. No, I put those over there for a reason. Gold is the only color I am allowed to use. Unless silver looks better. Kind of lost the shapes that I made. Let me try coloring in this. I don't know, the pen's kind of dying on me. Scarf. And make sure I erase some of this. I think that's what's hurting the pen. Kind of make sure I use that toned paper for a little bit of detail if I can. She's not popping from the background enough. I kind of kept this borderline only inside of this trapezoid. I thought that might be kind of cool. And then once I added this sort of like checkerboard flag in the background, filling in that triangle, it helped her face pop a little bit more. I do think the hair gets a little bit lost, but what can I do about that? Definitely different angles look cooler than others. I think I'm pretty happy with it, you know, with what supplies I had to work with. Definitely think it's the best of the batch. I don't even like looking at that. Just give this head to this body. It almost works. It almost looks like she's one of those girls that has the flags when they do drag races in Greece. I'm tempted to add little like silver freckles, and I think I'm going to do it. Concentrate them more on the nose. I mean, how often do you have the opportunity to put silver freckles on someone? Oh, I like just doing this. It's so metallic. I guess that was the theme of the box, wasn't it? I feel like one right here would be nice. There we go. I think that adds a little more interest and variety. There we go. Okay, I like it. Definitely my best illustration ever on toned paper, so that means we are heading in the right direction. Slowly picking up some little knowledgey tidbits, which I can't complain about. There's the finished illustration. I do like the sketchiness and the geometric vibe, contrasting with, like, you know, the organic human being, but it's in colors that aren't natural. You know, it's metallic and a little neon. I like it. Kind of looks like they're standing under a black light or something. Oh, that backtail fin's so small. I dig it. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. I also want to send a big thank you to Scrawlrbox for sending me this box. I had a lot of fun with it, even if it, I feel like, played with my emotions a little bit. If you're interested in learning more about Scrawlrbox, I'll have a link in the description. See you guys all next week, and hope you have a delicious evening full of waffles.